So you want to play Path of Exile 2 and clear enemies with one button, destroy bosses in seconds, and play as any Hunter's Ascendancy, Amazon, Ritualist or Spirit Walker, then you're in the right place, as you can see. Today I will show you great leveling build that will clear everything in campaign, it also will be pretty good starter and it scales really nice into the end game. But as always we start in Riverbank. Our starting weapon is Spear, that got range attacks as well as melee, and this is one-handed weapon, therefore you can get Buckler in your offhand. That will add defenses as well as ability to block. This ability called Parry, and after you parry enemy you can inflict a lot more damage to them. But don't worry, you need to be skilled to play Hunters, we won't use any of this weird stuff. The first skill that we will pick up will be Whirling Slash. I used it in my Ice Twister build that I created almost half a year ago. So if you don't know, that's how it works. After you create Whirling Slash and exit this area, it will explode. You can stack this skill and it will create larger whirling zone, and you can use it while moving if you don't want to explode right now. This will be our early game ability to clear packs of enemies. But soon we will transform into one-button screen clearing monster. First challenge on our way will be Miller, and that's probably one of the hardest fight we will get in this playthrough. So use your Whirling Slash to destroy these mini monsters and just attack this bro. If you're able, just try to parry him to inflict extra damage, and you will be able to defeat him and get straight to clear fell. Friendly will provide us with first uncut skill gem. I also made shopping lists that you can use in search box, that will highlight useful items for us with increased movement speed and added damage. Anyway, we won't have money right now, so we need to go to the first area and get one more skill gem, and also fight essential boss for guaranteed quest reward. And it will be a lot easier with skill gems. One of them will be used to create explosive spear, another one for frost bomb. Now you just spin around Bira, attack her with melee attacks, and don't forget to drop frost bomb every now and then, with explosive spear at the same time. She will be melted in a matter of few seconds. The next location where we will go is Mud Burrow. Here you will find one more boss, and he is not essential, he is optional boss, and he can be quite hard. But we would like to have more support gems early, and after defeating him, he will give you uncut skill gem level 2, so you can upgrade your skill. But when you visit Renly back in town, he will give you uncut support gem. It takes so long to detonate explosive spear, and we would like this compressed duration, which gives 30% less duration. I don't know who made balance at GGG, but overabundance gives us 50% less duration and +1 to limit. Now when you find this cauldron in Grelwood and this rare monster, you will easily drop 2 explosive spears at the same time, add frost bomb for more damage and exposure on top, and will instantly demolish this rare monster. To craft Rage, support gem on Whirling Slash. Now every spin near enemies will generate Rage, which will increase all our damage, and we can spin to win all over this place. Until you will find yourself in a red well. That's really important area because there's a bunch of refined arms. Open all of them because they guarantee to have upgrade for your martial weapon. Unlike other classes, we need to reach level 5 to use this weapon. My current spear got good mods, but the new one will have just slightly less damage. So you want to instantly drop Orb of Augmentation and Transmutation on top and pray for some nice added damage. And just by hitting at least one mod, you already will have around 20% increased damage from your previous weapon. Boss in this zone is annoying a little bit, but you can easily destroy him with 2 explosive spears and frost bombs. After defeating him, he will drop uncut skill gem level 3, and that's our next tier of skills. But most importantly, it's our main skill, Lightning Spear. Now you can just use this to clear enemies. Just throw your spear, it will ricochet between multiple enemies, actually it's called chain, but whatever, and you will easily destroy them. However, Lightning Spear considered a little bit on a weaker side, and that's why you may see a lot of people actually playing Twisters. And I completely agree, Lightning Spear is really not good skill and pretty slow skill if you don't know how to use. But I'm smart and I know how to use it. First of all, defeat this Mushroom King to get another support gem. To add inner weight on Lightning Spear. Now find Leak Mechanic in this zone or be lucky and drop one more skill gem level 3 to create one of the most overlooked skills, Cool the Weak. And you don't even need Whirling Slash anymore, because Cool the Weak is our movement ability, we will dash towards our target. However, whenever you finish off target, you will get frenzy charges, and that's the key. You see these green circles around us? Now look at Lightning Spear, boom, they are gone. That's because when you consume these frenzy charges, lightning spear splits into multiple spears and then detonates. That's just massive and insanely overpowered stuff. Considering inner weight, that will give us a lot of extra damage as lightning whenever we destroy shocked target. Since we're doing melee damage anyway, we will get increased projectile damage for a few seconds by taking this support node on passive tree. And because Cool the Weak melee skill, we will drop Rage to increase our damage even more right now, and you see already how many increments we have. But there is more, how Jonathan says. Thrill of the Kill is great support gem for Cool the Weak. Whenever you kill targets, you will get buff with lightning damage. To get one more support gem, by the way, and finish the build, you need to go over here in one of the tombs and destroy this monster. He will drop you one more support gem. Fighting bosses is a little bit weird right now. We still want to use Cool the Weak few times to generate rage and then drop explosive spears in combination with Frost Bomb. And it will detonate bosses pretty nicely. We can throw a bunch of spears to inflict shock that will increase damage taken by them, and that's basically how fights will look right now. Not overpowered, but don't worry, we will get there soon. Coolest part that while defeating bosses right now may be a not super simple task, you still need to press bunch of buttons. While you're fighting basic enemies, it's super simple, straightforward, very nice and very fast, and you will get loads of experience and you will be just a little bit more powerful than most of other builds, because you clear screens, not just few packs. And this clearing ability will be increased even more after defeating boss in Frey Torn, because he will drop you skull that will provide you with spirit. And I will take Herald of Thunder. Kill shocked target, get Herald buff, and now whenever you jump on enemies with your Cool the Weak, you will inflict extra lightning damage on top. Also your damage is increased because we did range attack before Cool the Weak, and we got inner weight buff, so you can cool enemies on a full life with good weapon right now, get your frenzy charges, and then clear screens with lightning spear. Yeah, that's amazing. By the way, you can use frenzy charges with explosive spear. It will instantly detonate and do X shape of fire and ignited ground. Looks pretty fun, pretty cool, but definitely not needed. But what's needed is uncut skill gem level 5. You will get one by saving Ladies after you defeat Executioner. You need to talk with her in town, and also you will get one by completing Leak Mechanic in the next zone. Around level 10, try to find upgrade for your spear. But if you're not lucky, don't worry, because our combo is just brutal. With level 5 skill gem we will unlock Storm Lance. The skill got limit of 3, so you need to drop 3 Storm Lance spears in the ground and follow it by dropping explosive spear. That will be used as detonator and will detonate all our lightning spears. Use melee skill in between to increase damage, and that's basically it. Most efficient combination will be to drop explosive spear first, followed by 3 storm lances. If you do it like this, they will detonate instantly when you drop the third one, and that's basically how you defeat a Geonor. But let's talk about support gems. So for lightning spear we're using inner weight with lightning attunement for more lightning damage, and for Cool the Weak it's rage and thrill of the kill to increase damage of our lightning spear. For explosive spear and storm lance I'm just using gems that gives us more damage, elemental armament and concentrated area, as well as our abundance on explosive spear. And that's how our passive tree will look by the end of Act 1, basically just damaging nodes as well as a little bit of elemental damage. But then we will go to Act 2. Most important job for you here will be to look for upgrade for spear. It will be with required level 16 winged spear. If you find good one with attack speed, increased physical damage or added damage, you want to invest currency in it and it will double your damage. Try to do it as soon as possible when you reach this act, and good spear will carry you through the whole Act 2, you don't even need to upgrade it later. But bosses will get harder and harder, so we need something else beside good weapon. Big part of our damage is exposure on bosses from Frost Bomb. But Frost Bomb soon will be unavailable to inflict exposure, because we're not scaling intelligence and we won't be able to upgrade it, and it will lose its potential at level 23. But don't worry, we will fix it really soon. So after defeating Balbala the traitor, don't forget to get a token for Trials of Sekhmet, we will need it later. Then, after you finish this part of the quest, you will get back to town and get uncut skill gem level 7. We will use it instantly to create Primal Strikes, remove Frost Bomb, get Potent Exposure on Primal Strikes, and sell Buckler, because we're getting Dance with the Dash to increase our skill speed, but we won't be able to use any offhand weapon. Now look what we do here. We're dropping our spear combination, and then when enemy is shocked, we're using our primal strikes. It will remove shock from target, but will apply really big and powerful exposure, and then we will just rotate this combination. Primal strikes is really slow, therefore I really recommend to use rapid attacks as second support gem. And to increase speed of our combination, we want to use multi-shot on our storm lance. To get this Javelin Orb, to get extra socket, you want to find a leak mechanic in buried shrines, so you will be able to make this build right away. Then go to Trials of Sekimas and defeat this boss. It should be already pretty easy at this point. With exposure, powerful spirits, we can defeat him and pick our ascendancy. Don't forget you can change it later, because I will go for Amazon and get this predatory instinct to increase power against enemies at certain points. You will see these weird parts of the life pool, that's where you will deal 50% increased damage. Now our power already pretty broken, as you can see, it's completely insane. But if you want to play Spirit Walker, just pick all Ascendancy parts to increase power of your projectiles. If you want to play Ritualist, just pick power of your rings and extra ring slot. I was lucky and got one more Javelin Orb, and I instantly increased power of my Lightning Spear with Elemental Armament 2. Other than that, you don't need to change anything in Act 2, just go slash through the monsters and destroy them with your spears and powerful cool attacks. Support gems for all skills on the screen right now, and that's passive 3. Basically there's lots of traveling nodes, and we're taking almost full spear for increased attack damage. With this power it will be super easy to defeat boss in Act 2, but if you're having troubles, don't forget to find upgrade for your spear somewhere close to this zone. I played with level 16 spear until now and almost half of Act number 3, where we will go next. For armor, by the way, I'm using armor pieces or armor dexterity pieces, because they provide a lot more survivability, as well as I'm looking for life. So try to balance dexterity and strength and get as much life as possible while keeping upgrades for your skills, and you will easily get to Act 3. At this point I decided to remove Cool the Weak and use Thunderous Leap, our new movement skill. It looks cool, it helps us to jump through the gaps and destroy enemies, but also it helps to detonate our spears, you will see it later. Don't forget, when you reach end of this act, you definitely want to look for upgrade for your spear, and I found nice level 40 spear. With good upgrades it can instantly improve your damage significantly. That's another reason why we're not using Cool the Weak right now. We don't need it, we got enough clearing speed with basic spear, and for bosses we got full and insanely powerful combo. So it will be explosive spear with this like lightning spear, and then we jump on top, we destroy it, and then we using primal strikes to inflict exposure and do this combo once again. It's hard to follow me, look over here. So we're throwing explosive spears, then lightning spear, and boom. That's how combo look like. Then primal strikes and finishing them off. In this act you will get extra spirit and craft wind dancer for protection. And that's the spear that I used to finish off this act and also beat all Act 4. And damage is just insane, combination is just insane, gameplay is super easy and straightforward, and as you can see, Huntress is really overpowered. I know that some of you will still drop a comment why you're using so many buttons, but if you want, you can just use Lightning Spear to apply shock and then use Primal Strikes to eat this shock, then Lightning Spear again, and if you're lagging like me, there will be no problems, you will just unlock and use your basic attacks, Primal Strikes, Lightning Spears, and you will meet bosses pretty easy and pretty fast. Yeah, you don't even need these rotations combinations. I like to use them, it's fun to me, but it's definitely not needed. You can fight with basic attacks pretty easily. So as you can see, there's no troubles in defeating Act 3 boss, Act 4 boss, and so on. And by reaching interludes, I got bored a little bit again. So instead of Thunderous Leap, I added Spear of Solaris. It's a pretty fun big beam on top of enemy, it fries him, it ignites him, and it just looks fun. It's definitely not broken, not overpowered, and you probably won't even use it a lot, but when you can use it, it's just fun. And that's what I advise to all my viewers. Pick few combinations, pick few texts that I'm showing, and experiment. Try to find your own skill combinations and have fun in the game. Anyway, A link to my mobalytics written guide and planner will be in a pinned comment, but if you don't want to join any links, that's all support gems I used after I finished campaign and reached maps, and this is passive tree, so that's like loads of damaging nodes and loads of stuff, but also there's a bunch of lightning penetration. That's really important when you're reaching end game, because there will be a bunch of monsters with high lightning resistance as the one you're seeing on the screen right now, and without penetration it's really hard to go through these defenses. I'm using exactly the same weapon versus these guys, but I already got penetration, and as you can see it's super easy and they are destroyed in matter of few seconds. I hope you enjoyed the video and you will have blast playing these hunters in 0.5. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and see you in the next ones.